Good morning, all of you. You all are welcome in the e-learning classes of the Sacred Heart School. Today in this video, we will discuss about the S block element. All type of the elements in the Mendeleev's long form of periodic table can be classified in the four main blocks. And these blocks are S block element, second one is P block element, the D block as well as the F block element. All the properties of the S block element we will discuss in class 11th in the unit that is S block elements. And first of all, the basic important members of the S block element. These elements are located on the extremely left hand side of the Mendeleev's long form of the periodic table. And basically, these elements can be classified in two main types. One is alkali elements and second one known as alkaline earth metal. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, and these elements known as alkali elements, and while these elements beryllium onward up to this radon, these elements known as alkaline earth metals. And typically all these elements are very common in the earth crust. So one by one we will discuss the detailed descriptions of these S block elements. Basic important topics that you will discuss in this chapter are, that is, the characteristics properties of all the S block element. Second one is variation in the properties of the S block elements. Third one in the variation in the properties of S block compounds. And finally the uses of the compounds of the S block element. So overall this chapter is very important and their compounds are very common in the earth crust. First of all, we will discuss about the main characteristic properties of the S block elements. These elements are typically metallic in nature. These elements known for the low electronegativity. These elements form the basic oxides, hydroxides. Their compounds are basically ionic in nature, and these elements show the characteristic flame color, and these elements show the weak tendency to form the complexes. So these are the sum of the general properties of the S block elements. You know what are metals? All these elements which can donate the electrons pair easily, which can donate the electrons from their outermost shell, that known as metal. And all the S block element represented by general electronic configuration, that is NS 1 or 2, in which the elements can easily lose one electron, or sometime the element can lose the two electrons from their electronic configuration. So all the typical metallic property exhibit by the members of the S block elements. Now these elements known for the low electronegativity. Because of the bigger size of the atom, these elements having the very low effective nuclear charge. And low effective nuclear charge is responsible for the low electronegativity of these elements. Whenever these elements combine with the oxygen, they can form the corresponding oxides, and when these oxides are added to the water, so these oxides is converted to the corresponding hydroxides. So we can say these S block elements are very important, and they can form the vast varieties of the basic oxides as well as the corresponding hydroxide. The tendency of the loose electron is responsible to make these element as a cation. By the loss of the one electron, the S block element can form the electropositive cations, and these cations always have a tendency to react with the corresponding anion, and they can form in this way the ionic bond. And this ionic bond is the most important characteristic feature of all the compounds of the S block element. Or you can say the formation of the electrovalent bond is a basic important point of all type of the S block elements. Now, first of all, we will discuss all these properties as the metallic character, and high tendency to form lose the electron to form the positive ion, and metallic character increases down both the group. As we move down in the group, basically atomic size increases, and whenever the atomic size increases, the magnitude to lose electron will also increases, because bigger size के एटम में से इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को लूज करना आसान होता है. And that's why we conclude that कि these element shows the more metallic character as we start moving from top to bottom in the respective group. So particularly maybe in the alkali earth metals as well as in the alkaline earth metals, you will always find that these elements always having the more tendency to lose electron, and their metallic character will also increases. Now, in the same account, the next important property is electronegativity. And all S block elements known for the low nuclear attraction for the outer electrons, highly electropositive and small electronegativity, and these are the some examples of the electronegativity for this lithium, and this is only one, and for this sodium this is more less than one, and this is potassium, this is less than 1. In this way, from top to bottom, these elements known for the fractional electronegativity. Partially more electronegativity of the second group element is due to the more effective nuclear charge. As we start moving from left to right, as you will move in the left to right, the magnitude of the effective nuclear charge increases. This is because of the poor screening of the S and P electrons, and that's why partial electronegativity of alkaline earth metal will be more there. Now, the next important one, that is the corresponding basic oxides. These basic oxides of S block elements, example lithium, it can combine with the oxygen and they can form the lithium oxide, and whenever this lithium oxide is added to the water, they can form the lithium hydroxide. Sodium can also be formed the two type of the oxide, Na2O as well as Na2O2. This is known as peroxide, and these compounds when interacted with the water they can form the NaOH. In the same way potassium, in the same way rubidium, cesium, or like as this one, this is beryllium, magnesium, calcium, and these elements basically form the alkaline earth metal. So their hydroxides and oxides are the very common form of these elements in the earth crust. So whenever you will examine the earth crust, you will find these compounds are very common, and this is because of their more electronegativity towards oxygen. The tendency to form the oxides by the alkali metals and alkaline earth metal is again because of the electropositive nature. The oxygen present in all these compounds is highly electronegative in nature. In contrast, the electropositive elements are highly electropositive in nature. So this opposite tendency is responsible for the formation of the typical ionic bond between these cations as well as anions. So the formation of the basic oxides and the corresponding hydroxides is one of the essential properties of all alkali as well as the alkaline earth metals. Now, some oxides, peroxides as well as superoxides. How these compounds can be obtained? Whenever these oxides means any of the oxide which can liberate the O negative ion, O negative negative, and this O negative negative ion when comes in contact with the water, it will form the corresponding hydroxides. Whereas in case of the peroxide, the whole O2 molecule with the negative charge, when comes in contact with the water, they can form the hydrogen peroxide, liberation of OH negative. Even the superoxide can also the same tendency, and it can liberate the O2 molecule. So this is the basic relative structure of the peroxide as well as the superoxide. Lithium does not form the peroxide or lithium oxide, and because of their very small size. So what you will find, the small size of these element is responsible for no formation. Lithium, why not the lithium not form this oxide? Because of their small size. So this part you will discuss in detail whenever you will discuss the anomalous behavior of the lithium element. Now the corresponding hydroxides of the S block element. The corresponding hydroxides of the S block elements. The first group element, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and all are soluble, and the basic strength is increases. Why it's so? As we start moving from top to bottom, the corresponding hydrides of these element having the bigger bond. More the bond length, more easily the liberation of the OH negative ion. Lithium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, and the liberation of the OH negative is quite easier as we move from top to bottom in the alkali metals. In a same way, the same trend you can find for the alkaline earth metal. Why it's so? Because the bond present in the metal as well as the hydroxide is quite longer, and longer the bond length, and we can easily break the bond, and the liberation of the OH negative becomes easier. So we can say the basic strength of these hydroxides increases from top to bottom in alkali metals as well as the alkaline earth metal. So this reasoning portion always keep in your mind, because these questions always becomes important for your examination. So always prepare the reasoning question. Why the tendency of these element of the basic character क्यों बढ़ जाता है? Why the tendency to form the oxide will also increase from top to bottom? The reason you have to find accordingly. Now predominantly ionic with fixed oxidation state. Now first important one, the ionic nature of these compounds and related to the oxidation state. Why it's so? Most electronegative positive elements is basically shown by the group 1 element. Low first ionization enthalpy and extremely high second IE. Form predominantly ionic compounds with the non-metal by the loss of the electron and fixed oxidation state of the plus 1 element. And these are the important features exhibited by the group first element, or you can say alkali metals, which are responsible for the fixed oxidation state, because these elements having only one electron in their outermost shell, and by the loss of these electron, these elements retain the stable configuration, or you can say because of the stable configuration, now the second electron elimination becomes quite difficult, and that's why these elements having the very high second ionization enthalpy. So in their compounds the oxidation state is always plus 1. In contrast, whenever you will talk about the alkaline earth metal, these elements having the two electrons in their outermost shell, सो इनकी फर्स्ट आयनाइजेशन एंथैल्पी जो होती है वो लो होती है, एंड सेकेंड बिकम्स वेरी वेरी हाई. ऐसा क्यों हो जाता है? एक इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज करने के बाद मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ द इफेक्टिव न्यूक्लियर चार्ज जो न्यूक्लियस का होल्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स पर होगा, एंड दैट विल बी इंक्रीजेस, एंड सेकेंड इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज करना थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट मिलेगा, एंड इसीलिए इनकी भी जो कॉमन स्टेट मिलेगी वो +1 से +2 तक मिलेगी. तो दीज आर द बेसिक प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ एस ब्लॉक एलिमेंट, जिनका यूज आपको बहुत बड़े स्केल पर इनके कंपाउंड्स में करना पड़ेगा. नाउ दिस इज द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फीचर. whenever you want to detect the presence of these element in the corresponding ionic compounds, the very important indicatory test, that is the flame test. If you want to show the presence of these compound, तो आप इन कंपाउंड्स को डायरेक्टली बंद करिए फ्लेम के ऊपर, और फ्लेम कलर चेंजेस. अगर फ्लेम का कलर चेंज होगा तो ऐसी कंडीशन में कलर चेंज के बेस पर आप इनको स्पेसिफिकली आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हो. तो दिस इज द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक पॉइंट ऑफ ऑल एस ब्लॉक एलिमेंट. एंड एस ब्लॉक एलिमेंट्स में अगर आप बात करेंगे सोडियम की, व्हेन द सोडियम कंपाउंड हीटेड स्ट्रांगली डायरेक्टली ऑन द फ्लेम, तो याद रखिएगा फ्लेम पे हीट करने पर एंड सोडियम ऑलवेज इम्पार्ट येलो कलर, एंड द लिथियम ऑलवेज इम्पार्ट पिंक कलर, एंड पोटेशियम ऑलवेज इम्पार्ट वॉयलेट कलर. These color change basically the characteristic features of all alkali metals. Not for the alkali metals, Even the alkaline earth metals also exhibit the specific color, and this color change is due to the more electron high ionization enthalpy, because इन एलिमेंट से इलेक्ट्रॉन जब लूज होता है तो वो लोअर एनर्जी स्टेट से हायर में शिफ्ट होगा. जब लोअर से हायर एनर्जी स्टेट में इलेक्ट्रॉन की शिफ्टिंग होगी तो वो सराउंडिंग में एनर्जी को रेडिएट करेगा, और उस रेडिएटिंग एनर्जी की स्पेसिफिक वेवलेंथ, उस रेडिएटिंग एनर्जी की स्पेसिफिक फ्रीक्वेंसी और उस स्पेसिफिक रेडिएशंस की एक स्पेसिफिक कलर भी होता है. तो कलर चेंजेस इज अ वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टेंट की फीचर्स ऑफ ऑल टाइप ऑफ द एस ब्लॉक एलिमेंट. Now, the flame test. Some color will be there. सबसे पहले आप क्या लेंगे, एक आप प्लेटिनम का वायर लेंगे, उस प्लेटिनम वायर को HCl में डिप करेंगे, और कोई भी सॉल्ट लेंगे आप अल्कली मेटल्स का, अल्कलाइन मेटल्स का. जब इस वायर को आप इसमें डिप करके इन सॉल्ट के साथ यहाँ हीट करेंगे तो लिथियम डीप रेड कलर देगा, सोडियम येलो कलर इम्पार्ट करेगा, पोटेशियम लाइलिक कलर देगा, ब्लूइश रेड कलर, सीजियम का ब्लू कलर, कैल्शियम का ब्रिक रेड कलर, स्टोनशियम का ब्लड रेड, एंड बेरियम का एप्पल ग्रीन. तो इन दिस वे दीज कलर इज अ स्पेसिफिक कलर ऑफ ऑल दीज एलिमेंट. और फ्लेम टेस्ट जो है इसकी रिलायबिलिटी किसी भी कंफर्मेटरी टेस्ट से ज़्यादा होती है. तो इन द लैब कंडीशन द डिटेक्शन ऑफ दीज कंपाउंड्स, द डिटेक्शन ऑफ दीज मेटल्स, इनके कैटायंस की प्रेजेंस को इंडिकेट करने का ये हमारे पास बेस्ट सुटेबल वे होता है. तो इन दिस वे हमारे ये जितने भी आपके एस ब्लॉक एलिमेंट्स हैं उनकी प्रॉपर्टी में ये फ्लेम टेस्ट बिकम्स वन ऑफ द इम्पोर्टेंट टेस्ट. नाउ नेक्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी इज वीक टेंडेंसी टू फॉर्म कॉम्प्लेक्सेस. All the S block element always form the weak complexes whenever they comes in contact with the other metals. तो किसी भी अदर मेटल के कांटेक्ट में आने पर ये हमेशा वीक टेंडेंसी टू फॉर्म कॉम्प्लेक्सेस को शो करते हैं. तो ये भी इनकी प्रॉपर्टी में काउंटेबल हो जाता है. तो वीक टेंडेंसी टू फॉर्म कॉम्प्लेक्सेस, एंड अगेन दिस इज द बेसिक प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ द एस ब्लॉक एलिमेंट्स. Now I am going to start the variation in the properties. First of all, I will take the atomic radii, ionization enthalpy, hydration enthalpy, melting point, boiling point, reaction with the oxygen, water, hydrogen and chlorine. So these are the specific trends which are common trends for all S block elements. So one by one we will discuss all this trend in detail. Atomic radii, फ्रॉम टॉप टू बॉटम साइज इनका बढ़ेगा, एंड फ्रॉम लेफ्ट टू राइट इनका साइज घट जाता है. एंड यू कैन फाइंड दिस ट्रेंड ऑटोमेटिकली वाइड. सो फ्रॉम टॉप टू बॉटम आप जब ग्रुप में मूव करोगे तो हर एक स्टेप नीचे आने पर एडिंग ऑफ न्यू शेल्स टेक प्लेस. न्यू शेल के ऐड होने से इन एलिमेंट्स का एटॉमिक साइज बढ़ जाता है. तो एटॉमिक रेडियाई, आयनिक रेडियाई, कोवेलेंट रेडियाई, वंडरवॉल रेडियाई, ये सारे के सारे रेडियाई ऑटोमेटिकली बढ़ेंगे जब आप किसी भी ग्रुप के अंदर इनकी शिफ्टिंग करोगे. तो एटॉमिक साइज का बढ़ना, एंड दिस इज द वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टेंट फीचर ऑफ दिस एस ब्लॉक एलिमेंट. नेक्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी, दैट इज द आयोनाइजेशन एंथैल्पी. व्हाई द मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ द आयोनाइजेशन एंथैल्पी of S block element is very low. The removal of first electron is quite easier from the S block element, but after the loss of one electron the magnitude of the effective nuclear charge will increases. You know the effective nuclear charge, जो न्यूक्लियस की स्पेसिफिक टेंडेंसी होती है एंड जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को होल्ड करेगी, आप उसको क्या बोलते हैं, इफेक्टिव न्यूक्लियर चार्ज. तो वंस द इलेक्ट्रॉन एलिमिनेटेड द मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ द इफेक्टिव न्यूक्लियर चार्ज ऑल्सो इंक्रीजेस, एंड इन दिस वे इन सभी एलिमेंट्स के लिए आयनाइजेशन एंथैल्पी आपकी हाई हो जाती है. तो फर्स्ट एंथैल्पी इज क्वाइट लो एंड द सेकेंड एंथैल्पी इज, तो इन दिस वे these elements show the low ionization enthalpy first, and second enthalpy of these element becomes very high. Okay, these are the property that we have discussed here, and few more properties we will discuss in the next class. Thank you very much.